Hello, everybody. Jeff Johnson here with Clerk TV, and today we're talking with Sheila Studdard, the Clerk of Superior Court in Fayette County. How are you?
I'm good. How are you
It's
doing?
the last time since I saw you down in St. Simon's Island. We had a great time.
Yeah, new clerk training.
And now we want to introduce you so everybody out there in Clerk TV land can find out a little bit more about you. And what we want to look at first is, why did you get involved? Why did you become the clerk of Fayette County?
Well, I didn't even know what the Clerk of Superior Court was when I decided to become a clerk. I was a police officer in the city of Atlanta, and I was having some difficulty with final dispositions and, rap sheets and the information that we use on convicted felons. And so as I learned more about it, I learned that the clerks were an integral part. And I thought that maybe my knowledge as a police officer might help in another spoke of the wheel.
That is an interesting juxtaposition, going from the enforcement side to more of the data, keeping the history and those kind of things. What did you learn from that? And then what did you bring to your new role as the Clerk of Superior Court from being with APS?
Using living the law enforcement world and using the data from GCIC on a daily basis. I was an investigator with the robbery squad. I handled carjackings. And it's so important that this data be accurate, be up to date, and be available. And those are the things that, as everyday world, that we use this data, and it's our job as the clerk to make it available and get it right.
You have to do that.
That's
so important for what the things you do.
Just for from employment status for when the people need to have an employment check, that the record be correct. From a judicial perspective, when judges are trying to decide on what sentence to hand down, to whether someone gets paroled or however, and investigators and just law enforcement on the street, when they make a stop, they need that data.
Let's give our viewers, people that are watching right now, a little bit of an idea where Fayette County is. Where is it?
It's 10 miles south of the airport.
So you just right down the road from Atlanta.
Right down the road.
Yeah.
You go to 314. You dumps you right into Fayette County, right into the square.
Tell us about the folks in your office.
They're awesome.
Why are they so awesome?
Oh, they work with me. They put up with me.
Well, you don't act a fool like that, do you?
No. No, sometimes everybody just thinks I am. It's not an act. It's not an act. It's not an act. It is who I am. But I have the most awesome staff in the state of Georgia. The men and ladies that work in my office are dedicated to customer service, and they're also dedicated to making sure that all the instruments and the documents are handled correctly, preserved correctly, and processed, and moved to the next agency, wherever that may be.
Right. Let me ask you a couple questions about you personally. What's your favorite hobby? What do you do for fun?
Well, it used to be riding motorcycles.
Yeah, you told me about the motorcycle thing. I don't know.
I'm looking for a new hobby. Looking for a new hobby. Okay. We had an unfortunate accident in April.
Right.
Totaled a motorcycle. So, my husband and I decided that our child needs parents.
Yes.
So we're actually looking for a hobby. But spending time with my family is probably the most paramount to me.
If you had one major goal that you wanted to accomplish with your position as Clerk of Superior Court in Fayette County, what would it be?
Data integration.
Why is that?
Again, goes back to my law enforcement days. And real-time data is so important to the officer who makes that traffic stop, to the officers who hit the warrants, that it saves lives.
Yeah.
If the data is correct, in no matter what realm of your profession, knowledge is power.
Very much so.
And if you have the correct knowledge and accurate knowledge, then you can make better decisions.
How has technology helped you guys?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. When I became clerk 13 years ago, my office was a paper-based office. And
Y'all didn't have the old yellow and pink message notes and things like that, did you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my.
Yes, sir. And we, all of the mail that came into the office was handwritten into the docket books.
Oh, boy.
Now we are scanning our documents. We're totally digitized and imaged. My office is available online. My real estate section, we are one of the very few counties in Georgia that have documents that predate the Civil War.
Wow.
And those documents have been imaged. They're available online, FayetteClerk.com.
You can say that again if you like.
FayetteClerk.com. And but it's searchable back to 1823.
Right. That is awesome.
It is. It's awesome.
You know, one of the things that I have learned in my time dealing with the clerks and other folks like, you know, all you guys, is that you are the purveyors of history.
Yes.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, I didn't realize it was important till I got the job.
Gotcha.
And I'm better with math and science. But as I have become clerk and realized that we are one of the very few professions where in 100 years, somebody's going to look back and see what we did today. And everyone in my office, every time they close a case and finalize it and put it on the shelf, they just wrote history.
No doubt. If you had something that you'd like to say to the folks out there in your county to talk a little bit about your office, what would it be? Kind of whatever you want to say.
What I would say to the folks of Fayette County is thank you for the opportunity to be your clerk. It's a very humbling experience, and I am so very grateful. And it's our objective every day to serve you to the best of our ability. My staff, they do a fantastic job, and I know all of you know that. You come in there and you deal with them, and I hear nothing but good things. And so I know that I have a good staff, and they represent me well, and they help me. I wouldn't be who I am as a clerk without them.
Fantastic. Folks, Sheila Studdard, Clerk of Superior Court in Fayette County, and you've been watching Clerk TV.